On my way back to my freighter, I came across a random, and abandoned, solar sail ship, floating as a piece of space debris. It was broadcasting a message on repeat. Reject their lies. Follow us to freedom. Initially, dismissing it as some odd religious propaganda, but then I noticed there were a set of coordinates accompanying the message, that had somehow auto-transferred to my starnav. My readings said, the coordinates were pointing me back to the system Dia, where I had discovered the large Diplo. So the quickest way there, was to teleport to the system's space station, directly from the freighter. Dialing the system address, I hopped into the teleporter. Damn, hope I don't owe anyone in this system? My notes are clear, but you never know when you'll walk straight into that shady vy'keen you cleaned out at the poker table. Heading straight for my ship, just in case I was spotted. I punched in the coordinates, and hit the pulse. Having no idea what I'd find, I primed the photon cannons, dropping out of pulse just before the target. A derelict, and broken freighter was before me. This only meant one thing. Trouble. Well, that was a close call. Although pirate attacks weren't totally unexpected, I did get a funny feeling that this had been a trap. Anyway, let's inspect that signal. Boosting the frequency, an incoming message from the Voice of Freedom, displays on my starnav. It's saying something about wishing to seize my freedom, and rejecting the lies of the Atlas. I'm sent a new set of coordinates, taking me toward the radiated planet Lobin. Well, I've come this far, I may as well see what they're going on about. Entering the atmosphere, I recall discovering 2 different species of Diplo on this planet, despite the harsh environment. Landing beacon online, I hit the autopilot and let the ship do its thing. Taking a minute to admire these glorious creatures, my suit hazard protection quickly tells me to get my little Gek ass inside. So heading into the communication station, I locate and interact with the terminal. Another cryptic message from this Voice of Freedom. Something about a path to liberty, but it doesn't make much sense. The terminal starts to print something, spitting out a secure pass. An invitation, it seems, to meet this Voice of Freedom. Well, guess I better not keep them waiting. Damn, those little buggers are so adorable. Jumping back into my ship, I headed back into space. Not knowing where I should go exactly, I figured it best to go back to the pirate space station, and see if they knew anything. Opening the galactic map, the pirate system was only a quick jump away, so hitting that big old warp button. Cowabunga! Back in the pirate system, I ensured that I had my passport, however fake it was, just in case you know. I mean, I'm not doing anything illegal this time, but you can never be too sure with pirates. Access to the space station was granted, so I made my way to the designated pad. It was after lunch, so paws crossed they'd be in a good mood. Remembering the secure system pass I'd received from the terminal, I activated it. A sudden pulse, and a message, telling me to speak to other life forms aboard the station appeared. Feeling a little woozy, I made my way to the nearest life form, a Korvax named Hyro. I asked about the Voice of Freedom, but his answer is more robotic than I expected, like a brainwashed script. Making my apologies for the disturbance, I headed toward a vy'keen. He seemed welcoming, asking the same question. I'm hopeful, but again, they just spoke in gibberish. There must be someone normal here? Ah, the Gek. Can't go wrong? Okay. I was wrong. This guy had clearly been on the wacky backy. I spot a lonely looking vy'keen, lingering by the teleporter, so head over and ask the question. Finally, a sensible answer. The Voice of Freedom is the collective. The group of outlaws, that have formed this coalition against the Atlas. We might call them pirates, but they are more like freedom fighters. Basically pirates. I have seemingly passed some sort of test, and am awarded a flowing hood, called the Shroud of Freedom. Accepting the gift, the vy'keen tells me I must now interact with the space station core. Unsure what to expect, I make my way over, and interact with the rather broken looking device. I think it's broken, as other than promising me a frickin' star, it just repeats the word glass? A little confused, I head back to my ship. I hop in, and am instantly greeted by a holographic bot. It requests, or rather forces me, to accept a mission. To use my forged passport, to link to an Atlas-controlled space station core. I mean, I have to accept, otherwise I'm doubtful of my success getting past the gun turrets at the entrance. Clearance granted to leave, I head into space and open my galactic map. I'm pointed toward a wealthy Korvax system called Honala. Paws crossed, I engage the warp. Gekking hell, I warped right into a full-on space battle. Phew, that was intense, they should be bloody glad I showed up, think I got the most enemy kills there, hells yeah! Entering the space station, everything seemed normal. So landing, I got out, and headed gingerly over to the core terminal. With my legs getting that wobbly feeling again, I carefully got out the forged passport, and scanned the QR code. After a short pause, that felt like a decade, my registration document was accepted. Well, that was painless, but I'm not gonna hang around for long. Let's get the fudge out of here! See you soon!